What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello friends. Happy whatever day of the week it is for you. I am literally in my passenger seat as we speak because the light was like super odd in my, I don't know. I wanted to do a fun video on kind of like opinions and questions that like you wouldn't normally ask people. I don't know, I watched a YouTube video similar to it, and I just thought it was like interesting to learn like what their actual thoughts were, regardless of like what people think, and just kind of get down to the nitty gritty, you know? So I'm excited. I grabbed Americano, and guys, this is a game changer, okay? So you all loved my pumpkin spice Americano, right? So do a Americano with 2 pumps of the caramel brulee sauce. That's like the holiday Christmas caramel drink. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I think I started doing it last year, and it literally just tastes like a caramel sauce goodness. So that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get started. So if you're new here, hey, hello. How's it going? My name is Savannah. We usually do a lot of like health and fitnessy vlogs, but you know, I wanted to do a fun little Q&A. Why not get to know each other more? So I asked my Instagram, let me pull her up, on like any kind of questions you wanted to ask, no matter like the social norm or anything. And there was some that I was like, I don't really want to answer that. Let's start. Literally first question, I'm not kidding you, is do you do your eyebrows yourself? Yes. These are all natural, baby. I used to thread them, and now they won't grow back. I threaded them for years in Washington, because usually my eyebrows are like this. Like if you were to see my brother, he has like thick eyebrows, and that's what my eyebrows would be. They won't grow back, so they stay this way. I just kind of pluck it every now and then because I have a unibrow. Anyone else team unibrow? Because I was so embarrassed about it growing up. It is what it is. I'm a hairy gal, okay? What's your hair removal routine? I feel like that's kind of weird. I don't know, I shave. Thoughts on sitting on the same side of the table when at a restaurant? Oh, have at it, girl. I don't know. I'm not very opinionated in it. So good, guys. If you try it, tag me on Instagram and let me know what you think, because she's fire. I feel like I did the pumpkin spice Americano because I don't like all of the milk, all of the pumps as well. So it's kind of like a skinnier version. I mean, I added cream because I like cream, but you could always add like oat milk, almond milk, foam. I was tempted to do the salted caramel foam with it. Maybe we'll try that during Vlogmas. Do you get along with all the Gymshark athletes? Well, I haven't really met many because we're in COVID, but yes, everyone has been a complete doll to me. I don't think there's been anyone that's been like mean to me or I don't know how they would be mean. It's not like we've hung out in person, but I mean, I know the twins really well. They're some of my close friends here, and they literally live like right next to me. So they're a doll, love them. Alex Rice, I've hung out with her a couple times. She's super sweet as well. I think that's the only athletes I've actually like physically hung out with, but you'd be surprised at like how friendly people are. Because I mean, I did a YouTube video with Will Tenney, and I got to know him a bit more, and he was super nice. And then recently, I think her username's like Naturally Stephanie. I don't know, she's like a cute vegan YouTuber. I followed her like for years before I even started doing fitness. That's what's kind of funny is I wasn't always doing fitness. Like I got into this a couple years ago, and I started posting maybe almost 2 years ago. So like a lot of these people that are now my friends, like I remember being like, you're so cool. So it's like fun to, you know, full circle, like I get to be friends with them now. And I always felt like they were my friends because I'd watch them on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, Stephanie like reached out to me recently and just sent me a video, and she was like, hey, what's up? Like super sweet Scottish gal. She was just like, I've never introduced myself. Nice to meet you. I want to know who you are, girlfriend. Know who you are. Yeah, no. So I think they're really friendly. So I don't have any tea for you there. No beef or anything. All of the gals and guys have been friendly so far. I definitely haven't met everybody, but I'm also like a very chill girl. I would never, I don't know, I don't like drama, so if I see it, I stay away from it. Are you afraid to get super bored of the gym, your style of workouts in the long run? You know, I've thought about that. There are certain weeks that I'm just like, you know, I just want to chill out. The fact is you got to, otherwise you will burn out. So if I'm ever getting really tired of something, I will maybe join a new gym, or maybe try a new style of workouts. Like if I'm bored of cardio, I'll go do spin class. So I try to keep it so I'm like still entertained, but I mean, that is totally a valid question. I understand that. It's like a hobby I do love, so I don't really get bored of it or tired of it. And if I do, I just take a break and like kind of find why I love it again, which I made a video recently about my body physique and like why I was trying to change, and it was because I like was feeling kind of down. Do you like Twilight? Yes. I don't know how that's an opinion, a crazy opinion, but yes, I love Twilight. I've always wanted to visit Forks. Even though I'm from Washington, I've never been to Forks, which you'd think like back in my teenage years, I would have like driven down there just to say it, because I feel like that's something I would do. So I went to all of the like eclipses, full moon, read all the books, went all to like the, what's it called? When like they drop at 12. What is that called? Movie theater opening? New release! No. I don't know. If you know, comment, because it's gone, but I used to go every single movie. I'm pretty sure I have a photo of me literally like hugging like a cardboard Twilight man. So that's fun. Do you have a religion? I grew up Christian. I believe in God. I pray. I would say that I still have those fundamentals that I grew up with, but I also believe that like just because you're a Christian doesn't necessarily make you like a great person. I know plenty of Christians that can be really judgmental, and this can really go for any religion, really. I strongly believe that you just need to be a good person in general. What are your pet peeves? Also, I'm sorry if this light is blinding you. I'd say my pet peeves would be, I really don't like bad friends. And what I mean by that, when people bail on you all the time, like that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when someone just like cancels last minute, or like I just know they're gonna cancel. Like I think it's really disrespectful for the person's time, and it just shows like a lack of disrespect and like for the friendship as well. So that's my biggest pet peeve. I totally understand when people reschedule, I totally understand when things come up, I've rescheduled, but when it's just like bailing constantly or like so wishy-washy, that is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. And like, is that even a pet peeve if it's just like a personal preference on like how friends should be? I don't know. But like, always follow through with what you say. My mom has always taught me that. Follow through with what you say. Even if like you want to be antisocial, I get it, but like communicate that with your friends. I don't know. Why am I rambling about this? What else is my pet peeve? Another weird pet peeve of mine, is this a pet peeve? I don't like when people are like, oh, try this drink, try this coffee of mine. And I'm like, I don't want to. Like, it kind of grosses me out, but then you offend them if you say no, but I just don't want to share a drink, especially with COVID. But like before COVID, I still was like, eh. But I don't know, that's like a weird pet peeve of me. Is like, I don't want to be rude, but then I feel like I'm put in a position to be rude because I don't want to try the drink. Does that make sense? I just thought like, what else irks me? And that's one that makes me feel super uncomfortable. Ooh, another pet peeve is if someone comes to visit you and they aren't like respectful of space. Like they just throw things around, or like they don't clean up after themselves. That's also a really big pet peeve of mine. But like, we don't have people stay too often, and all of my friends have been like such great little guests. It's just, I guess, the occasional person that's really taught me as a guest at someone's place to like keep everything put together, clean up after myself. That would be my pet peeve as well. What are your guys' pet peeves? Comment down below, I would love to hear. Someone said, how do you deal with leggings and camel toe at the gym? Honestly, I've talked about this before. I'm a female and I'm gonna have a camel toe, and I wear like seamless underwear, but sometimes the camel toe's out, okay? If I feel uncomfortable, I just tie a sweatshirt around my waist. For me, I guess it doesn't bug me as much just because, I don't know, like what do they expect you to have? A gnome down there? Like, I don't even know. I just find that's a quote from Easy A if you don't know. I do understand though, if it's like super noticeable, then that's like, girl, you gotta get a different kind of legging or different kind of undies. Old best friends, friendship breakups, how have you dealt with them? I do have like one really bad friendship breakup that like really made me sad for a really long time, and like to this day, I'm someone that likes like closure. I don't like to fight with people. Like, you guys can ask my friends, like I just don't like it, and like I just want us to be friends and not be mean to each other. And in college I had a good friend group from my sorority, and we decided to all move in together after the sorority, and it was the four of us. I had never lived with them on my own. One of them actually ended up lying about a lot of things and was like including us in the lies. Like, she wasn't paying rent, so we almost got evicted, was like threatened to be sued because we weren't paying rent, even though we didn't know she wasn't paying rent, and she didn't like communicate it. She also lied, and we found out she had dropped out of school for like 2 years, and we had no idea. She would go to class and pretend to go to class and then like go to the library and watch Netflix. I think she had like flunked out and then like didn't want her family to know, so like she didn't tell us. And we had confronted her a couple times, just like, hey, we haven't seen you studying or something. Are you doing okay in school? And like, she just lied. I thought it was really toxic, so I actually ended up moving to Spain to study abroad. And after, I just didn't want to live with them again because I just couldn't take the lies. It was so dramatic all the time. I just wanted to live in a peaceful environment. And so I moved in with my friend Jordan. And you guys all have seen Jordan if you watch my vlogs. She's awesome. I love her. We'd always been good friends, so we moved in together, had a great time, always had each other's backs. There, no complaints with Jordan. And it just ended up getting weird, and I don't really don't think you need to hear all details because literally I could talk for an hour on everything strange that happened. But moral of the story is I just ended up leaving that group of friends because it was so like toxic. Like, they would talk about each other behind their back. They were lying. Like, she was like the queen of lying all the time and like involved all the other friends in little lies. And once I didn't live with them, it just got kind of weird, and I was like, couldn't stand that kind of friendship, and I wasn't happy. It wasn't making me happy. I think your friend should make you a better person, and I just didn't think that was what was happening, and I couldn't handle how toxic it was. So I honestly just stopped reaching out to them, stopped talking to them. They stopped reaching out to me, and I mean, it definitely hurt because we were in college and we'd see each other and they like wouldn't even greet me, and nothing really had happened. Nothing had blown up. It literally just was like this awkward, I'm gonna go my way, you go your way. I just couldn't stand it anymore. And literally as the year went on, I heard so many weird things about that friend group from people that I just was thankful I got out of it. I mean, it's hard. I think ending friendships can really suck, and it's literally like a bad breakup, and especially when you don't get like closure, I guess. I want closure with friends if we decide not to be friends. But it also made me realize that like, you don't need toxic people in your life if they don't support you personally, which that group didn't support me, and they made me feel crummy about myself. You don't need that. And you will go so much farther in life if you do not associate with that, because you truly are who your friends are. And if you have crappy friends, and if you are complaining about how crappy your friends are, it could rub off on you. Friendship breakups suck, but I think that in the end, you'll be thankful and you'll find so many better relationships and friendships once you get rid of the toxic people. And you don't owe anyone anything. If you want to communicate with someone, if you feel like they're not a good friend, because I hear so many of my friends complain about people and they're just like, like, Susie did this again. If you don't like her, don't be friends with her. Literally just slowly excuse yourself. I'm definitely someone that does not have time for BS from people. So I will be very cutthroat and just not want to hang out with them. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because your time's important. If they don't deserve your time, don't waste it, you know? So that was kind of a long story short, and there's definitely more details that go into that. If you want me to go in more detail, I can. But moral of the story is I have great friends now, and if I ever meet a bad egg, I'm honest with them. I stop being friends with them, or just make sure I don't get as close to them. What questions to ask before talking with an ex again? Well, I don't know if that means like you're wanting to date them again, or you just want to be friends with them. I feel like my exes, I have stayed like friends with most, in the sense of we support each other, we're friendly. One of my exes before Michael actually like called me recently, and just like out of the blue, and I was like, hey, what's up? You know, we just weren't for each other. There was nothing wrong with it. And he was like, hi, I want to be a firefighter, and I'm calling because I need like a testimony from you, because I don't know if I was the last girl he dated or what. I don't know what happened, but do you mind doing it? And I was like, sure, dude. You're an awesome guy. I'm really proud that you're going after what you want. Like, caught up with him and was like, dude, good for you. He congratulated me on our engagement. I have no bad blood. Even when Michael and I got engaged, like my very first boyfriend reached out and like was like, congrats, Steph. Was wondering when it would happen. So I feel like it's good to be civil with your exes. I don't think you necessarily have to be like friends with them. But if you want to be friends with them, I guess the questions could be like, where do we stand? Are you going to like still want something romantic? Are you going to be over the breakup? Yeah, I don't know. That is a great question. I've never been super close with an ex after I broke up with them, so I feel like I'm not the gal to ask. I don't even know any of my friends that are really close with their ex-boyfriends because I feel like they're an ex for a reason. But I don't know, to each their own. If you guys have advice, comment down below for her. Is there life on other planets? If so, what type? Well, I don't know what type, but I definitely believe there is aliens out there. I don't know. I just think that like there's so many different universes in this world and galaxies that I just don't think we're the only living thing. That's like my own opinion, and I don't know. I've just always thought it. Maybe I've watched too much Avengers. Maybe I've watched too much Gardens of the Galaxy. But yeah, guys, that wraps up this little chitty chatty. I'm not even done with my coffee yet. Oh, she's good near the end. I just want to have a fun little chit chat again. If you guys have any more questions, comment them down below. Maybe we'll do a part 2 for Vlogmas. Let me know if you also like this type of video, because I'll totally do more of them. I like to just sit and chat with you, and I don't know, it's fun. I like you guys. That being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.